legitimately bored beyond repair, so I'm going to rant for an hour just about things because I'm like I get bored, right? And I'll just start listening to like music or like do a podcast and I'm like, man, I gotta rant. Just I do like a podcast like once a month with my friends or once like a year really at this point because these dudes are never online or I'm not online or they want to put their voice on all non-share as soon as we start and I'm like, we can't do it if they can't hear you. I'm not gonna be laughing at the air and people are like, oh, who's talking? I don't know either. I don't know who I'm laughing at if everyone's making jokes and no one can hear which one I think's funny. It's stupid. Why is your voice on silent? It's dumb. It's just I don't know. It's stupid. They need to just have it where as a feature where you just can't turn that off if someone in your party is live streaming, because that is some BS, dog. Mute your mic if you don't want to be heard. Like, just press the little mute button. Like, on the PS5, you could press mute. You can literally press a button. But on another mic, you have a microphone. Press the mute button on your microphone. But like, I don't know. I just like ranting sometimes. So I'm gonna be ranting today. I might not even upload this. This might just be me just ranted for an hour and just looking back on it when I'm bored. But dude, I want to talk about school shooting. What's the point of the drills if the school shooter, like, you're gonna assume that the person shooting at the school goes to school, right? Maybe not your school, most likely your school though, most likely the quiet kid in the back of the class who gets bullied. So why are you letting them in on the secret of whenever we have this thing over the window, we're actually in the class hiding? That's stupid. Like a tornado isn't gonna be thinking, but a person with a gun, they fucking know what they want to do with that gun. I just think that's stupid. I'm happy I don't get bullied enough to want to shoot up no school. That sounds so fucked up. That sounds fucked up. That sounds so fucked up. That sounds so fucked up. I don't mean it like that. I mean like I'm happy I don't know any school shooters and I'm not a school shooter, so I don't have to worry about that. Speaking of school shootings, there's like a school shooting threat like 2 weeks ago in my school, like on Halloween, like a few days before the Friday before Halloween, or like the Thursday, Wednesday. There was a school shooting threat, and there was kids mad they couldn't go to school. This bitch in my class, or she was in my middle school class. She ain't in my high school. Stupid. Like she was like, one of my friends was like, "Oh yeah," she was texting me and she was mad that that she couldn't go to school during a school shooting threat. I'm like, "There's a school shooting threat? The school didn't even call the parents that there was a that I had to find out from an Instagram. I had to find out from someone getting a DM on Instagram and then telling me. But there was cops outside the school, and I was like, I wonder why there's cops outside the school. And then my ex texted me about some, bro, did you hear about the school shooting threat? No! How did you? Like, the school, like, I asked my mom, and my mom was like, they didn't call me. Why wouldn't they call me? They might be calling parents and they just forgot to call both of mine and all the other numbers attached to me. Speaking of school and stupid people at school, because school shooters are stupid, okay? Stupid people at school, people who might be on par, maybe a little not as bad as school shooters. People have flash on their phone. Like, not flash as in like looking for something, like you turn on your flashlight, sure. People who have that on for notifications. I'm sitting in math class, right? I look to the left of me and I just see a flashing light and it hurts so bad to look at. And she takes out her phone and hangs up. And then the person calls back. And I'm just like, there is no point. Just put your phone on do not disturb. You're in school. Put it on silent. Put it on vibrate. There's no point in your phone being on. It's really like it's really late. It's 3:50 a.m. I have a messed up sleep schedule. And like whenever I'm tired, I have a huge burst of energy for like 4 hours, and I'm just like, this is so stupid and useless. And then as soon as I'm in second block, I have like another huge burst in energy. And depending on which day, because my school does that stupid fucking one day you're late, or one day you have these classes, one days you don't, whatever. Depending which day it is, I'm probably Like if I have one class with like my best friend and a few of my other friends, so I'm fucking in the back of the class laughing and stuff. In the other class, I have one of the friends who's in that class. She's seat homeless, dude. She sat by me for a week, sat by another dude for a week, sat by like, well, I said another dude like I'm a dude, but you know what I mean. Sat on like the other side of the room one day, and then moved back near me now, and I'm like, do you know where you want to sit? Like, I don't know. We watched Monsters Inc. in that class, and I was crying. The art class, dude, I was finna cry because the ending, dude. I watched the movie before and I didn't cry. I don't know what was happening, right? And then like, dude, the hall pass is a bulletin board. I get it's art class, but really now, a bulletin board, a bulletin board, y'all. I'm talking like the stuff you put on your wall and put pins in to like have pictures with your best friend or whatever on a Polaroid. Speaking of, me and my best friend went to main event, and me and her got we went in that stupid photo booth, and I noticed my mask is on. So let me take it down. The picture gets taken. Okay, then let me take it. The second picture gets taken. Oh, now my hair's messed up. Let me go to do my hair. Oh, picture gets taken. That costed us like $1. We didn't even print those out. We got another one, and I had my mask back on because we got out, and I was like, damn it. So like in the first one, you can see me like trying to take down the mask, and then in the second one, it's off. And then you can see me trying to do my hair. And then in the second one, we're both laughing at the stupid circumstances that the first two pictures were, and the first entire three. That's 5 pictures ruined. And then the sixth one is just us laughing, which I guess, I mean, I fucking guess that's good enough. So we have useless pictures that we're never gonna use ever. Because we don't care enough. Like those are some garbage pictures. Like if one of us die, we're probably gonna like look at that picture and cry. Not because like, oh my god, this is a memory of my friend, but because it is a memory of how stupid we were at taking pictures, how bad we were at taking pictures, how like we couldn't get any good pictures. We had to get those three. Really now? We have like a few others, but damn, we are that bad at taking them pictures. But not. Anyways, speaking of kids with flash, my math teacher, he is like, I can, if I actually like doing this, I'll do it again one night and just rant about the entire math class because that teacher be hitting kids sometimes. That dude's fucking funny. He's funny. He's a comedian. He did stand up one day and like the kid switched the kid that he was targeting. It was like a 45-minute stand up session. He was doing he was he was like acting like he was like had the way the kid walked. He was like swinging his arms around and bending his knees backwards, and like it looked like the like SpongeBob episode where Squidward was like dancing and everyone was throwing tomatoes at him. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, and like he had like the water on his stool, like he was actually doing stand up. And that kid transferred out his class the day after. We never seen him again. It turns out he tried to transfer out, and they put him in the first block of his class as opposed to the eighth. That's 7 blocks away. But that teacher, bro, I can do a whole he. Man, he tried to make fun of me for having an Android. Like, dog, I ain't spending $1,000 on a phone. I spent like 900 on this phone, and it broke. I'm not spending more. I'm not a trustworthy person. I shouldn't have these kind of things, you know. And click off now if you're looking for something funny. I'm just gonna sit here and rant. That is obvious. If I even post this, I don't know. I'll just be getting bored and doing stuff some days. I'm one of those kind of people. I'm the most indecisive humans ever. Man, I told my friend I was gonna go to sleep at 11, 10:30. So I got off, got back on at like 2 because I couldn't go to sleep, or 1 and couldn't go to sleep. So I just started listening to Kid Cudi. This Mr. Rage, Man on the Moon 1, Man on the Moon 2. See, yeah, Mr. Rage was in there, but I didn't listen to Mr. Rage. You know, listen to like Make Her Say, Soundtrack to My Life, stuff like that. Really one of the best albums ever though. But and then I started listening. I like tried to find like leaked Playboy Cardi stuff on Spotify. What's it called? Yeah? Podcast. And then I just clicked on a podcast by some dude called Playboy. I don't remember. And then he just ended up being funny. I was like, this is an interesting title. And it was like person wearing dog collar in my school, and it was funny. And I listened to like everything, and like, I mean, I was like, okay, interesting, funny. Now I then he made me mad. He brought up the school shootings and how stupid it is, and he brought up the people with flashes on, on their phones whenever they get notifications, and I was like, that reminds me about these idiots, these stupid idiots who do it. And oh my god, I gotta finish the story. My math teacher, right? He doesn't let you have your phone in your class or in his class. No matter what, if it goes off, he takes it. If he sees the flash, he takes it. So why do you still have the flash on your phone whenever you get a notification if you know he's gonna take it? You're lucky he doesn't have good eyesight. He starts seeing like a flash in the back of the light, like someone got a stun grenade, like a 9 bang from BO4. And he's just sitting there like, whoever it's flashed is, just turn it off. I don't even care anymore. Cause he has like bad eyes, you know, so he just has to look at that shit. Dog. That sounds really annoying for someone with bad eyes. Speaking of bad things, PE is so stupid this year. I got like two people I would even consider friends. I know one of their names, and I only know her name because she has my English class. We didn't care to know each other's names, but then we ended up kind of knowing them because like English class, the teacher be calling my name. The teacher called hers like twice. The teacher be coming up to me and making me put my phone in a bucket. I had an 100A, and she made me put my phone in a bucket. So I said, "Fuck it, bucket, bucket." No, so I'm just like, okay, then I'll drop my grade down. So now I have like an F. I picked it up to a D. Then my bitch ass got a hernia, so I can go to school for like 3, 4 days. Oh, boo-hoo, your freaking ball is broken. So like then it's like okay, then I can't go to school. I'm not going to school. I'm not gonna do work. I only did work for science class because I love that teacher. Man, shout out to that teacher, bro. I'd be sitting in her class during every lunch. I don't even like. I'd be like asking my teachers if I can go sit up in her class. I'd be sitting up in there during like fourth English class, because I'm not putting my phone in a bucket for someone I don't even like care about. If my science teacher was like, "Yo, put your phone in a bucket," I know the teacher's interesting. I know she's gonna be telling something that's interesting to me. I don't even like science. Science was my least favorite subject from like fourth grade all the way until this year. That's like 5, 6 years of just me disliking one subject horribly. Now my least favorite is like PE, and I know that doesn't count, but it's PE. Fucking civics, dude. The teacher just doesn't even care. That dude, literally, he hears me watching Breaking Bad, you know, pretty M-rated show. He hears like, fuck, like that, talking about meth and stuff, and he's just like, just turn it down a bit, dude. Like he doesn't care. Like he'll let you sleep. He'll let you be on your phone. If you fail the test, you fail the test. It's none of his business. So I'm gonna pass his class with C's. I like the teacher. One of my favorite teachers. He'll let you in late no matter how late you are. Just have a fake little slip saying you got it from the office, and just, he doesn't care. And like, if he's if you're like, man, I don't want to do this work. He's like, don't do the work. If you fail, you fail. He don't care. And man, math, bro, algebra 2, dog. Algebra 2 is a pain in the ass. I thought algebra 1 was like easy enough. I missed like 84 days of algebra 1 last year because it was virtual. I just wouldn't go. I would have like a breakdown and just throw my Chromebook at the wall. I'm surprised that bitch ain't break, bro. If it would have broke, I wouldn't even care, bro. I mean, it's a school Chromebook I have to pay. Man, take my PlayStation, whatever. I don't care. Take my TV, take my phone. I don't care, dude. I can literally just look at a wall for like 10 hours every day and go to sleep. I just didn't like that algebra 1 class. I still ended up like, I got like D's and stuff. I had like a 22F in that class at one point because I wouldn't go to class. Me and my friend had a competition to see who can get the lowest grade. Then he got like a 0 or an 8, something like that. And I was like, dude, I don't even care anymore. That's a skill. It's a skill, dude. You got a 0 on a test and you get like 10 participation. Oh my god, this bitch ass phone. Speaking of notifications, I have an alarm for 4 a.m. I have to get up at 6. Just powered it off. Oh, what was it? And clinical. I've known anyone who actually watches my streams or videos knows who clinical is, but no one who watches my streams or videos cares about me ranting. But clinical, me and him had a competition. Who can fail the worst in this class? I don't know why we did it, but we ended up, whatever. And we had to take a test like at the end of the year from like the school board. Be like, whatever you did, like if you get like a D or lower, you don't pass the class, even if you had all A's. Really stressful. I got a C on it, barely, like almost a B. If I would have got a B, I would have actually impressed my parents because, dog, I was trying to fail the class. And dude, like I was just like for like anything that shows work, I'm like, you gave me a calculator, and I would just go on because I'm not showing work if I have a calculator on my like in my hands that you told me to use. That's some BS, right? And then for the finals, algebra one teacher was like, man, use the study guide. Just do your study guide work. I'll give you all the answers to the study guide. You're gonna need it. Winked, right? I can't do a wink because y'all can't see it. Okay. And then like it's like whatever, you know. I did the study guide. It's like okay, I guess the study guide's gonna be the exact test. That's what it was. Whatever. We got through it. Me and my Texas best friend, because they wanted to move all the way out to Texas because they think it's all cool and fun because you can have guns everywhere, no abortions, unless you shoot yourself in the uterus because it's allowed there because it's a gun and they love. I hate Texas, by the way. I go there once a year and I just I hate it. Such a bad, nasty place. Such a disgusting place. Such. Ugh. The only thing I like about it is every time we're there, we buy everything really cheap. And that's the only reason we go there because everything's cheap there. And my parents think that's cool, but they can buy stuff that's cheap for Christmas. And it's like these things were imported from like North Korea. They don't even speak. We had a toy that didn't. It was like a singing toy. It didn't speak English, and our 2-year-old niece doesn't speak Spanish or, yeah, I was Spanish. That one, vendors and everyone knows Japanese, and it's like they don't speak these. They can't understand them. We used to just. Kids didn't even want it because they don't know what it's saying. They're scared. They weren't scared, but they only knew like words from Dora, like soy Dora, hola, uno, don't like stuff like that. They don't know much Spanish. I don't either. I probably know more than my 2-year-old niece. She probably just knows like hola, soy Dora. Because she watches like the opening of Dora and gets bored because she doesn't understand why Swiper's stealing the shoes or whatever. What does Berlizzi say back then? The the Red Octobers. Man. But like, dude, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. School isn't as bad as it was in middle school. I don't know what middle school was, dog. Middle school, I can just have a whole episode about just 4 or 5 people just talking about fights they've seen. Just saying stuff that they've seen in fights, just telling us what happened, and me telling what happened in fights I've seen. I don't think any of my friends have been in fights, really. One of my friends, Anubis, he instigates every fight he can, but I mean, he's not. I don't know why no one's beat the shit. Like, he's my friend, and I think if he instigated a fight with me, I'm sorry, bro, it's over. You're getting cut off. Because that dude be just screaming at. Dog, he tried to instigate a fight with a teacher and a kid I've known since 5th grade. Teacher like corrected the kid, and this dude is screaming across the class. Nah, that motherfucker said you illiterate. What you gonna do about it, bitch? he's like, nah. The teacher said you a bitch made. Nah. It's just like, even like no one pays attention. He is actually screaming. I'm not even like exaggerating. He is screaming it across the class, wanting the kid to get mad at the teacher or wanting the teacher to get mad at the kid. They looked at him for a second and turned around like they didn't know what bitch made him. Dog, he just like it's like what's wrong with you? I would be mad at the kid if I'm that teacher. I'm like, get out of my class. Like the kid that's instigating, not the kid who's just chilling there doing his work and said the wrong word and got corrected. Like, but man, that this school, bro, it's crazy. Fucking, it's not even crazy really. It's just that it's in Louisiana, so like all like the schooling's horrible. That teacher, like my friends instigating in, I got all my friends in that class. That's my second block. My normal second block. The other one is like sixth block would be what they call it. I'm not. I'm gonna just gonna call it second block 2 or whatever. Art class. Okay. I just sit there and talk to them. I'm like, bro, you dare me to type jump at the house, young boy better ratio on this assignment? And he's like, no, dude, sure, whatever. I turn it in. The teacher says my name, and I'm like, oh fuck. And he's like, this is one of the best assignments I've ever been given. It's really short and concise. I think this might be the best one this year. And then he changed all the zeros because I don't do my work. All the zeros I had to A's. And I'm not talking like, barely an A. He gave me hundreds. Every assignment's a 50. So he gave me 50 out of 50 for like 20 assignments. Just because he thought one of them was funny. I was like, I was in jeopardy of failing. I had like a D, low D, I think, or maybe like a low C. That's a bad thing for a class that you can just type in, jump out the house, and get an A in, bro. And like my friend's just laughing by me, and you can just like tell the teacher's like, man, why did I do that? But like, dude, my friend's just laughing, right? Anubis is just laughing, right? And then my guy, the next time we're in a class, I show him my grades that I just got updated, and he's like, man, this ain't even fair, bro. I don't even got that good of a grade in this class, and I did all the work. This 9 week or this semester thing, I have like a C in that class, but that ain't that bad. He did a pop-up quiz or pop quiz, and I didn't even go. Like the teacher was out, so he had a substitute. So everyone took that day to just chill. So I got like a zero in that. I got like 4 zeros in the class. Haven't been in school for like a week. I don't care enough to do the work at home. There's one class. Okay. The class I'm talking about is like intro to computers, engineering or whatever, or computer science, something like that. So it's just like, oh, do your like coding stuff like that, and it's like we mainly use this one website, but we sometimes use other ones. We'll like learn how to do stuff. My seventh block is just called Intro to Computer Business Apps. So you're like, okay, well teach me business stuff. Like I don't know any business apps. My I told my science teacher about how I use this class. She's like, I mean, I think you should learn Microsoft Excel. Yeah, I'm like, it's Microsoft Word. It is Microsoft Word the entire time. You learn how to type in Microsoft Word. You learn how to copy and paste in Microsoft Word. You learn how to make an image big in Microsoft Word. You learn how to highlight in Microsoft Word. I get that you need to like emphasize that Microsoft Word is more used in business because they use Microsoft computers, not Chromebooks in business. I don't care. Don't give me a whole class. Make some teachers make you use Microsoft Word. Make your English class run on Microsoft Word instead of Google. What's the point of having a class for that? And the teacher has it where you have to go on an app to use Microsoft or to use Microsoft Word. You have to go on a different app that can only be ran on like big computers. So it's like a computer lab class. You could only do so. No one respects her because she does that BS. So people just be having their phones out. People just be cussing her out. No one cares. And I be having my phone out. I'm quiet. I did the work. I'm done with your class already, dude. It's good. I have an A. Just let me chill. She comes up to me. All the kids screaming, cussing, and calling her a bitch. All that shit. She comes up to me. You need to do your work. You need to have something to do. I show her that I'm playing Retro Bowl and tell her I'm doing something. And then just get back to playing. Because you're not going, like, it is so annoying. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. And, like, that's, like, I'm the most respectful kid in that class, really. Like, I mean, all my friends who, like, were in, like, in, like, the gifted, great people program, they call it great scholars. They have, like, gifted, great scholars, even magnet. I have no idea why they have all this OD stuff. Just have gifted and great scholars being the same thing. Like, there's gifted people who are in the great scholars classes. Why not just call it the same thing? There's no difference if they're all in the same classes. But I digress. Is that a word? Yeah, I digress. Yeah, I digress. I digress. Is that am I using that the right way? Am I using that the right way? Anyways, I I just hate it because it's just oh god. What was I saying? Oh yeah, those kids are they're quiet, but they're not doing their work. My best friend, she has like a 7 in that class. She has done one assignment by accident, I'm pretty sure. By accident. She doesn't care either. She's like, and the teacher doesn't even go up to her. The girl is failing. She has her phone out, earbuds in, has her backpack just on the side. She doesn't care. She's like, she doesn't care if the teacher's up to her talking. She just puts in the other earbud and stuff, or other AirPod. And then the teacher gets mad at me. What did I do? You feel me? Like, the first day of school, she's like, I know your dad says where he works. I will call him if you mess up. I'll bitch call him. Please call him and tell him, hey, your kid, he's passing my class with flying colors, basically. The only stuff he has zeros on is because he missed the class or he missed school that day and you can't do my work if you're at your house. Yeah, and he's on his phone, or they're on their phone because your kid is done with all the work. And I want your kid to do more work, but then your kid says they're done with all their work other than one class. And that class they're also passing and they can do that work in that class later today. You might want to take your kid's belongings because that is some bad parenting. Like, what are you gonna say? Whenever I have a 90B, and that's because I wasn't at school for a whole week. I would have an A. Still, I had an 100A or something like that. 99A last. My school was like, you do like the work. It's like finalized, and then you can't update the grades for that 9 week thing, 9 week block. But if you get an F, right? You start with like whatever grades you had in that class. So like in middle school, it was like you start with 100 every 9 weeks, and it can go down from there. It's like if you have a 40, it can go up from there. You know. So there's no point in locking the grades. Just make it 2 semesters of 18 weeks. I don't see the point in doing a little 9 weeks. They don't even send home report cards for the end of that 9 weeks. So it's just, I guess, to scare the kids. But after your first 9 weeks, you're like, okay, we don't send home report cards after this one, but the second one they do. So what's the point? Because everyone past freshman year, or like for the third 9 weeks, they're not gonna care anymore. They're like, okay, I can still pick it up. I have 18 weeks instead of the 9 usually. So there's no point. There's no point in having all that. It's just there just to do, I guess. It's just there to like scare kids. Hopefully there's some stupid kid that wasn't paying attention for 18 whole weeks and is like, oh my god, report cards are this time and not last time. You know? Hopefully there's some kid who just wasn't paying attention for like 27 weeks or whatever. I'm not the fucking weak wizard. I don't know. But like, you feel me? Like, I don't know if they're just praying that some kid is just striking, smited by their fear, okay? Smited by fear. Imagine that, bro. Fucking a big cloud that just says fear. That's lightning strikes down. Oh nah, that's like a comic book, bro. It gives you like the fear power. I don't know. And like it's just like, dude, that just sounds boring to me. To be grading papers that you don't have to grade for another 9 weeks just because the school wants you to do it this way. And also, you can get written up for murder. You can get written up for killing someone in school. You can shoot someone in the head. And the teacher, instead of calling the cops, instead of calling security, instead of like alerting the school that there is an active shooter, instead of putting the school in lockdown, they just write you up and give you a little slip, tell you go into detention. Who's gonna do that instead of calling security, calling the police, calling an ambulance for the kid, calling like I mean, and just like, massive hopes that the kids somehow didn't just die on impact. You know, so like alert the school security, alert the people in the front office to start a uh, lockdown. Why? Like, what's the point? Just I will never understand schools and just just sounds weird. To just write someone up for murder, or you can. That's like you're going to jail, Mister. You're not worried about the tension or being suspended for a few days. You're worried about life without parole. What's the point? Also, I gotta tell y'all about my detention, bro. In middle school, I got detention. Sixth grade, seventh grade. I don't think I got detention once or twice. Sixth grade, I was getting detention like once a month at least, and it wasn't my fault really. It was just that I was late to school a lot. And one time it was because I had my phone and it went off in class. And 7th grade, I was a goody two shoes, but I was late every single day, or I would just skip. I mean, you feel me? No one does, I know, but y'all can act like you do. And like, I just drew on myself the entire time. I finished the writing instantly because it's just write the same thing over and over again. And I wrote on like 3, 4 papers, and he's like, "You need 4 to be able to leave." I'm like, "I got 4." He's like, "Well, you can't leave till like and 2 hours in," and I'm like, "Man, I got my phone in my backpack or my binder. Just I can call my mom. She'll come pick me up." He's like, "No, you can't do that." So I start drawing on myself because who are you to tell me I can't go home after I did the detention work, after I wrote down that I agreed to not be late anymore. But man, it wasn't working on me. He knew that. It's the same dude each time. He sees me doing my work, or he sees me doing the work, but he sees that I'm late every week. Like, man, that's some BS. I'm not gonna lie. November and December I wasn't late because like those are like 2 week long breaks each. So or a week long and 2 week long. So I wasn't really late much because my family's like, you're not gonna be late whenever you have a whole week off, dog. You already got all this time off. At my old school, I had to do like some virtual summer school thing. The school wanted me to just because I wasn't at school at all and I'd be a year behind. I would just skip school every day in 2nd and 4th grade. I didn't care enough to go. I really didn't like the school, BS school. I switched out of there in 5th grade, mainly because the school was going to shut down by the time I was in middle school. It was horrible. The school was horrible. Every kid left in the same year because no one liked the school anymore. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Anyways, I missed all. It was like something called Moby Max or something like that. Dog. I would get mad at that if I got a question wrong in the writing box. I'd be like, man, fuck you, this is some stupid ass shit. I'm gonna drop out anyways. Fuck you, this is a bitch ass, some bitch ass school. Or I guess that organism, I put orgasm because I'm a 4th grader. I think that's hilarious, right? And I'm like, even like one day I showed my older sister, I was like, haha, I'm gonna type frick in the and like she was like, the school could see that, and I'm like, oh really? Well, it's okay. That's the only thing I did. She's like, oh okay, good thing it's the only thing you did, and just walks away. Man, they couldn't actually see that. I think she thought I was doing actual virtual school. No, I was doing Moby Max. They couldn't even see if I was actually doing it. I noticed at one point because they were like telling my mom that I didn't like that I did it for the day, and my mom was like, "My kid didn't start yet." So I think, or maybe it was just that it said I had 4,000 hours, or like more hours than I actually had. So like in the year after, the school was like, "You got to do Moby Max," and I'm like, "Oh, I already have the hours," and they're like, "Oh, good job," because I guess they forgot they made me do it on over the summer to be able to pass. So don't know what that was all about. I would just be like acting like I'm on Facebook because you can like friend animals and stuff. So I'm like, y'all, I got more Facebook friends and followers than y'all. Haha, I got a Bitmoji. Haha, playing the games, and all the teachers are like, do your work, and I'm like, oh, did it all. You can't tell me none. Okay, no. I got all the time, got all the score. And they're like, oh. I mean, they ain't lying. They're good. It's cool. So it's whatever. Feel me? And like that's not even the worst that happened at elementary school, dog. On yo, I gotta tell y'all about this. I don't think I told anyone about this story. Dog, every year you could dress up for Halloween, which public school didn't let you do for some reason. I don't know if in other states this is normal, so this isn't a crazy story. But they did it on Veterans like they did it on like a day. They were like, "Oh, you don't go to school on Veterans Day, so we're gonna do it on the like right before Halloween." Some kids dressed up as soldiers and then they didn't know they were gonna have veterans come to the school, which I don't think it's a big deal. But whenever there's kids running around chasing you, like, "Oh, I'm the Michelin Man," big. I remember I got beat up by Bumblebee from Transformers at that school, bro. Bro jumped on me and punched me. The coach was like, Bumblebee, stop beating up Iron Man, maybe? I had to ask my mom what I dressed as. In pre-K, my school let me like dress up if I went into a little fake little cart and just rode in a circle because it was like a parade, but for little kids, super cute. Take all the pictures of the kids and post them on the internet for them to be embarrassed in 10 years. I did it because I wanted to dress up. You feel me? So I dressed up as Mario. Did a whole Mario Kart. It wasn't even red. I just had a cart and I called it the Mario Kart. I wrote a little M in my pen with my pencil on it, but it was pre-K writing, so it didn't look good. Feel me? I learned how to like read and write then, and I didn't progress at all since then. I didn't care enough. Well, I learned how to like read better. I think like there are a bunch of big random words I can read better. But the thing is like I'll lose place in the middle of reading a word if it goes on more than one page or more than just reading a sentence or a paragraph even. I like I get like my words bunched up and stuff and I stutter sometimes and I'll be reading the whole wrong paragraph after I read one sentence and like wrong paragraph, dude, wrong page, bro. How are your eyes that messed up? I'm like, I just went to the eye doctor. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I'm like, Mom, I think I'm dyslexic because that's happening way too much. And like, you're not dyslexic. We just went to the eye doctor. I'm like, I know. I don't know what's happening. It's some extra stuff, bro. And like, I only think that because my dad's dyslexic, and my little sister's dyslexic. I don't know my mom is. My mom has to wear glasses. My older sister has to wear glasses. My brothers don't have to, but I do. Or I don't actually. I think I might eventually once my eyes just decay in like a few years. I think it might just be the natural progression of eyes in my family. But who knows? You can never predict the future, I guess. I've been talking for 36 minutes, dog, and I can go on for days. This is fun. I need to do this more, y'all. I love this. Just talking, sitting down, laying down, looking at the sky. And as in the sky, I mean my fucking roof that's made out of like whatever drywall is made out of. Is it just called drywall, y'all? No one can respond because I'm not in a PlayStation party and this isn't like a friend podcast that I usually do. It's just me sitting down and talking because I'm bored. And oh my god, I find myself every time we're talking about stories on podcast things or whatever we be doing whenever we're bored, I be talking about the same few. It's not because I don't have a lot. It's that I just don't feel like people would understand because it's like so much you have to know like background info to be able to be like, oh, that makes sense. You missed 109 days of school, so you had to do Moby Max. You cussed out over it. So I'm just like, yeah, this boy, I know his real name, but I'm gonna call him Toby for this. Right? Toby was cheating on a test. He was looking at his friend's Chromebook. The teacher, who's pregnant, might I add, was saying, hey, Toby, stop cheating on the test. Right? And then he's like, all right, my bad. He pulls out his phone as soon as the teacher looks away. And the teacher's like, Toby, stop cheating on the test. This is your last chance. And then the teacher's like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. She looks at him looking up the answers on the big computer and he tilts it to face her more, like he wants to get caught cheating. The teacher's like, alright, I'm going out and calling your dad. She's calling his dad, and in the classroom, he's laughing, going on his Chromebook that he said he didn't have, and looking up the answer so the teacher will see it on the little Chromebook tracking thing once she gets back in. What the fuck? He doesn't care. He didn't care. That was 4 times that he was cheating to get caught. I don't know if he just really just didn't know the info and was that stupid. Me and that dude hated each other low key after that. And it wasn't even that I was like, oh, how dare he? It was that, okay, how dare he? He is really weird and stupid. He's one of those people who like act really gay, but they're not. And like he took it really far once and pulled down like someone's pants and like touched their dick. And not like punched it. I'm talking tried to rub it. And he has glasses, so the dude punched his glasses off and broke them. And he's like, you can see his tears. And he's like, ah, bro, you're gay. You let me touch you. Shut up. Like, just shut up, dude. You're not funny. No one likes you in here. Go. And I'm just chilling there like, haha, yeah, dude. I'm fake as fuck, by the way. I'm like, haha, yeah, dude. That dude's totally gay. Now, can you get away from us, dude? Because it's like, dude, like, oh my God. some, like, I don't know, I didn't want to be like that. That's the basic way I go. It's like, dude, we can go stream some Drewskis after, but just leave us alone right now. Like, dude, I'm gonna get some Drewskis. We're gonna send it. We're gonna full send it. He's gonna be one of those once he gets to college, if he gets to college. And like people saw my grades, I was open about it because I didn't care about my grades really. During the, but by the way, during the time that we're taking that test that makes or breaks whether or not you graduate algebra one, right? If you pass that and you still have like all Fs, they're gonna fail you for that class. You have to take it in high school because they're taking it like a year ahead and whatever. And I'm just like looking at my grades after the test, and everyone's like, "Oh, what are your grades like?" I show them, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not going to be able to pass this class or retake it." Like people are saying, a teacher told me just to give up and do summer school, and that's when I was like, "All right, the kid's saying I'm becoming your teacher." I was smart. I had like a 40, and I had 2 days to pick it up. I picked it up, dog. I was like, "Screw it, dog," and I picked it up to like a C or something. That's like 40 extra points on that, 30 some extra points. That's pretty good. There's one point where I had like a 20 in one of my classes. That thing's like an 80 now, 90 now. I mean, it's easy to pick up your grades once you're in physical school. Once you're on virtual, for me at least, I don't care enough. I'm just sleeping all day. I my fifth block, which was like quest for success or something like that, it was literally just preparing you for like your future. I think every kid should. I'm pretty sure it's like a mandatory class in high school eventually now, in my state. But like, it teaches you about credit score, how AP classes affect your chances of getting into certain colleges, how college applications work, how to write a college thesis. You don't have to like, you know. And I was like, okay, how to get your credit score better, how to do all of it, how to get a job, how to keep manage your checks and manage your receipts and make sure you don't get scammed and all this really cool, interesting stuff, right? I had 112 absences in that class, but that's because, well, it's not because of this, but that's not including the 9 whole weeks that we didn't have a teacher and the substitute who was there assigned work just to scare the students who were virtual. He assigned work to make the kids scared. Tell me that ain't kind of badass, dog. He, the teachers would be in there just telling him, assign work. You know, they would even have like him grade the work because they knew he would give everyone A's. They had someone else grading the work. I got a C there. He gave everyone A's but me, which was given a C. I don't know what work I didn't do because I thought I did it, or I thought I didn't have to do work because, no one else did work. There was some work that was impossible to do if you weren't in school. Like, it was like, yeah, get the clay and make a claymation. I don't have clay. I'm like, what do we do for at home? And he's like, make paper mache or make paper toys. I'm like, and move their arms and legs and make them have toy knives and fight and walk around. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not that skilled. The whole point of this class is learn about your credit score. The first 9 weeks, the teacher didn't know what he was doing. He like had a bad echo. He would like he turned on his camera, but it was like a little webcam that you're supposed to have at the top of your computer, and he was just like moving it around, spinning it, throwing it in the air to try to like get water out. I guess I don't know. He had like one of those headphones that you have for like the school, but like he didn't need one because like at that time no one was allowed in schools at all. I don't know why he was doing all that. He'd have sound on the presentation, but only have it where you can hear the Google Meet sound instead of like the sound of the video he'd play. So kids, if there's a time, I don't know if that's like a purposeful feature, but if you started a presentation while your teacher was presenting, you could just kick them out of the presentation. So kids would have to do that. It gets so bad. Cause like it gets to a point if you unmuted your mic, it have feedback off both of your microphones, and you couldn't ask like I would unmute. I'm like, yo, Mister, we're gonna call him Echo, Mister Echo. Can you mute your mic or can you turn off the sound? And he's like, what? I can't hear you. And it's like, What? I can't hear. And this was always going on. And like one time I accidentally had my mic unmuted and I'm just laughing. And it was an obnoxiously loud laugh because it's so funny that that's happening. And it's just echoing and I don't notice until I stop for a second and it goes quiet and I laugh again and it's loud. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But no one can hear me say, oh my God, I'm so sorry because the echo is so loud. But nah, even the last teacher that I had, we had three teachers that year. For the last, she was for the third and fourth 9 weeks. She was like, "Yeah, you could skip, just do your work. I don't care." So I'll do the work. She would like message me, be like, "We got a test this day. You have to be there, so I make sure you don't cheat, and you can leave after that and do whatever you want." I'm like, "Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be on the little meeting and just turn on my camera for a few seconds, speed run the test because they're all really easy and it's 100 points. So this, oh, free B, free A, you know." And then it got to the point of fourth 9 weeks where I didn't care about any class anymore. And like she had this thing, and she was like, you know what? It's like you just have to go through it, answer two questions, and you get like 10 or 20 or something like that. And she's like, dude, it's easy. Just y'all can all do it. You know, you don't have to go to class. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But I was at a point where I was like, I don't even care. And that you only have like 2 weeks to do each assignment only, right? Wow. You know, she'd assign a bunch, but it was just a bunch of just answer two questions that they're watching a 2 minute video that you don't even have to watch. And then you can learn about your credit score and stuff. Wow, important stuff for your life. And I was like, man, I don't care anyways. And I was just sleeping through the day, whatever. And then I forgot, you're not able to do the work after. And I was actually like, I care about my future. So I asked her to like let me do the work and just give me a zero for it anyways, and just so I can learn about these things. She's like, yeah, sure, you can do that. As soon as you finish the test, you can do all that. And I did it all. I forgot all of it. I finished the test, passed the test. I don't think I failed a single test when she became the teacher because if you're a teacher that's actually cool and lets people do whatever they want, as long as, or lets people do whatever they want, like a walk all over you teacher, but if you're a teacher that just, lets people be people and not just force them to do so, I hope she's doing good because she's a good teacher. She moved down here from like, uh, Georgia or some, and like she has two kids, so I'm like, yeah, I hope she's doing good, bro. Like, she was a fire teacher. Um, My science teacher didn't care at all though. Uh, Panther, he was moving one week, and he was like, "I don't have internet this week. I just got internet back today. Can I make up the work?" He was like, "Well, you should have went to McDonald's or something. Haha, you can't do the work," and just closed it. And like he would exit out your tabs if you were doing makeup work, because if you missed school to him, doesn't matter. But he was a cool teacher, I guess. He played Fortnite with the kids, which you're not allowed to like add them on social media and stuff if unless they're until they graduate. But everyone knew he was doing it. But he was the only science teacher. Like, this is how bad our school is. There was only one person who was like capable of teaching the classes that were required. But he didn't like teaching, so he'd be like just joking with the kids and stuff. He'd add them on Fortnite, whatever they want to be added on. If they He played on like Nintendo Switch and Xbox, so, like if you want to play Nintendo Switch with him or Xbox with him, you can add them on there. You know, I don't have those, so I was like, whatever. We go play Fortnite or Call of Duty. He's like, I don't have Call of Duty. I'm like, whatever. Let's play Fortnite. I didn't add him personally. I think I might have played a match or two with them and just never played again. He FaceTime kids before. He was actually just friends with the kids, dog. I don't think he was like the worst teacher. That's like a mid tier teacher. Like, you can be friends with him and stuff. But he taught science. He let me like he taught physical science and he looked at me directly at me and said, in seventh grade, he was like, once y'all are on eighth grade, y'all can do the high school credit, but he looks at me. I know for some kids that I'm never gonna allow in any of my classes again, though. So good luck getting your high school credits. And like, and then like he eyes me down after saying that for a few seconds, and just keeps teaching. Turns out he might have actually just thought I was a chill person and just was looking at me. He laughed at me once. He is the only, like, I am the only person that entire year, I'm pretty sure, in that class, I don't know if any of other classes, that while he was teaching, I mumble a joke that wasn't meant to be heard. He heard it, and he just starts laughing while teaching and just disrupts the class. That didn't happen. He'd be laughing with the kids, like, whenever we weren't teaching, like, whenever he wasn't teaching or whenever we were doing a test, whatever, but never while he was teaching, trying to tell us this stuff. He just laughed. It was like, that's what she said, your mom. Some stupid BS joke like that. He was just laughing. Dude, I remember once some kid brought protein powder, and like I told that science teacher, I was like, bro, do you dare me to snort this? And he was like, do it, bro. And I snorted that shit. Man, that was some funny stuff, bro. Once I snorted the sour stuff off sour Skittles, I was crying, dude. I was actually in tears. That hurt. I like just thought of it and felt the pain. Oh my god. That's a never do that, y'all. It might have been because I like did it too quickly or something, but just I'll snort a lot of stuff. I don't have a problem with it. Just never that ever again. Protein powder, sure. The chocolate milk stuff, whatever. Salt, yeah. Sugar, definitely. Because I think that stuff's funny, but y'all don't ever. Sour stuff on the sour Skittles at the bottom of the bag when it's like you eat them all, you can like get a little on your finger. Don't, by the way. I'm a trained professional with that stuff. I was really into doing it in 10th grade. I was like, haha, yeah, my one of my parents did coke. I know how it is. Ha ha ha. Quirky. Well, one of my parents did do coke once. They snorted it. But like, I mean, like, ha ha ha. I'm just like them. I'm not. I just thought that was a funny little joke of my friends, and everyone else was like, you're the kid who snorts stuff. I used to be able to do it. Hold on. Okay, I can't do it anymore, but I used to be able to do a demon voice. I don't have any videos of it, sadly. It was my thing from like fourth grade to sixth, mid seventh grade, and then like I couldn't do it anymore. It just I was like, yeah, yo, I can't do it. Kids knew me by that. I don't like people, you know. I was definitely an annoying person. I wasn't like a good, fun person to be around in sixth grade. In seventh grade, I was funny, definitely. I do think I was actually funny in seventh grade. Sixth grade, I wasn't funny at all, really annoying, but people thought I was. Seventh grade, I do think I was kind of funny, just annoying with it, you know, the way I went about being funny. Eighth grade, man, I think eighth grade, which was last year, 2020, I was just chill. I don't care anymore. Ninth grade, I definitely don't care. Think I'm funny, think I'm not. Hate me, you know. I don't care. But sixth grade, people coming to me, you're the kid who does a demon voice. And I'm like, yeah, I am. I definitely am. This is damaging my lungs and throat, but what do you want from me? He's like, oh, yeah, you should do it. I'm like, I'm good. And like three other people come to me, oh, do it, bro, do it. I'm like, whatever. And then it's like, hi, guys, what's your name? And then hi, whatever their name is. How's your day going? That's awesome. Mine's doing well too. Quite dandy. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, we thought Minecraft parodies were funny, not like actual ones, but like I don't know if you know this dude in Galaxy Goats. It was funny because he had a green screen, and like the only reason we thought it was funny was because like my friend Hayden or HMR 16 whatever you know him, the tall one. Like I thought it was funny, and I was like, yo, dude, I was up till like 4 a.m. last night, and at 4 a.m., I look on YouTube and this is what pops up. And it's at max volume. I didn't know it was. And it's at like carpool and stuff, so like people hear me. And like this one seventh grader comes to me, he's like, bro, what are you listening to? And I'm like, oh, my bad. Asking. He's like, no, it's some funny stuff, bro. And he's like, you got any others? And like, we're just playing them. And like, it's like, we're just chilling and playing some random stuff. It's whatever. And then once he gets to eighth grade, he's like, yeah, we're still cool, whatever. And then he finds eighth grade friends. So he can't talk to such a lonely seventh grader anymore, such a pleb seventh grader anymore. I'm like, dog, whatever. If I want to talk to another eighth grader, if he's like, well, you're cool, you have an eighth grade friend now. Whoa. Whoa. And he's like trying to talk to me, and I'm like, okay, hey, dude. And like I see him in the hallways now, and dude has headphones around his neck trying to be like shady. The Jack Carl. He has curly hair too. He might just be Jack Carl. Who knows? But like he's like walking around, and I'm like, yo, bro, remember me? He's like, who are you? And I'm like, short, fat kid. He's like, what's your name? I said my name, and he's like, oh yeah, I know you, bro. What? That's crazy. You lost so much weight and you got tall. What? You wear hoodies now? And I'm like, yeah, dude. I wasn't allowed to wear hoodies in middle school. And he's like, yeah, bro. We need to talk again. I'm like, all right, bye. And we walk away. We haven't talked since. I see him in the hall. He sees me in the hall. We don't care enough. There's some dude, the eighth grade friend. I don't know his name. That's why like he still goes to our school. He's in 10th grade now. I'm in ninth. He's a year ahead, just like the other guy. We don't know each other's name. We talked like at least an hour a day for a long time. We played Fortnite together, like Save the World, Battle Royale, creative stuff like that. We just be chilling, talking. I like finding every mode that's stuff like that. Like there's more modes, but whatever. We were just chilling. We chill all the time online. We didn't talk like outside of school or on the game. And we never, I guess we never happened to ask, hey, what's your name? I have his phone number. I have his phone number. If I ask, he'd give me his address. We just don't give each other his names. I don't know why. And I keep meaning to ask him, and I don't even care anymore. At this point, it's just a novelty to be friends with someone, be able to maintain a friendship that's possible, even like without even knowing their first name or middle or last, anything about them, their age, even. Like, people might be like, that's not a real friend. And I don't think so either, but I mean, just a friendship that can last like that, from seventh to ninth, that's 2, 3 years almost, and we're just able, like, it's crazy. Once we talk, we can go talking for online. In real life, we don't have much to talk about because, like, it's like, yeah, dude, we don't have any classes together, we don't, like, we have the same lunch. And, like, if we see some stupid mess at lunch, we'll be like, yeah, bro, that's crazy. I'll see you later. But, like, online, the fact that we're able to just, like, we don't even call each other by our Fortnite usernames or our PlayStation names or our Activision, whatever. We just say, person, dude, what's up? Like, yo, dude, come here. Or, bro, come here, bro. We don't care. Like, we literally don't have, like, any knowledge of who each other are. It's just we know each other. And he's the only person from, like, who hasn't seen me since seventh grade. So 2 years. He noticed me, and I noticed him instantly. And that's some crazy stuff, because no one notices me. Like, who actually hasn't seen me. Like, my best friend, like, she literally didn't know who I was. Like, we had one class together ever before though, and we weren't really friends then. But like, she laughed at a few of my jokes. I laughed at a few of hers. We didn't talk much, but like, come on, that's like noticeable. You know who the person is. For some reason, the entirety of like the little grade scholars stuff, people were on my dick, bro. I hated that. Like, I'm not even like hyping myself up. I don't want to be hyped up. I guess in sixth grade, I was like coming in just hot and a joke a minute, bruh. You feel me? Laughing my ass off, whatever. Seventh grade, it's like, yeah, a joke, two jokes a minute, but they're actually funny. So people are like, nah, dog, he's low key actually funny now, and not just, the humor that we had then. It's actually advanced. And it's like, yeah, whatever, dog. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. And then eighth grade, it's like, oh, dang, they're gay now? We don't rock with that. Feel me? So, I mean, the three stages of me was funny, teachers found me annoying, but the kids didn't. Not funny to me, but funny to others. Seventh grade, funny to me, kind of funny to others. Annoying to kids. Teachers liked me though. Some teachers. Eighth grade, annoying to students definitely. Funny to teachers, not funny to students. Best be able to make friends online. Ninth grade, it's like, man, if there's a teacher that you just be talking to for, I'll sit in that class. I'll be in that class more than I'll be in like my house. Like, I'll talk to that teacher more than I'll talk to my parents. You feel me? Like, before school starts, yo, what's up, teacher? I go to her class, talk for a little bit. Before second block starts, hey, teacher, go to her class and talk for a bit. Third block, I have her class. I make sure to be there a few minutes early, seconds early, whatever. Talk for a bit. After there, I don't leave because lunch is after third block. We talk for a bit. As in a bit, I mean 30 minutes. And then like I'm like, I'll leave in a minute or two. She's like, whatever. We talk. I'm like, yo, if I can get this teacher to say I can stay, can I stay? She's like, yeah. I'll sit there for another hour or 2 hour, however long class is. Hold up. Lunch is at 12:45. It's going to 2:15. That's an hour and like, or 2:25. So that's like an hour and, hold up, y'all. It's really late. That's like about over an hour though, right? That's like an hour, 30 minutes. Oh my God, I'm almost out of recording time, y'all. I just ranted on nothing, but yeah, depending on the teacher. You feel me? Something I'm annoying, some don't. I don't talk to most. I don't have like any kind of like impressions. Like the teachers don't have any impressions on me really because I don't talk in their class as much. Like art class teacher thinks I'm whatever. I used to sit in this class during lunch sometimes. He let me skip PE. That's really all. I was in his club, then I switched into my science teacher's club because I didn't know they had the same day until like the day of the club, and she was like, "You can't switch on that day unless you know, are able to, unless you get permission from your teacher." Okay, bye, y'all.